Good morning, students. Welcome to my English literature class. Today we will read the poem Dust of Snow written by the famous American poet Robert Frost. As you already know, students, people do not think much of some birds like crows. People stay away from certain plants as well, like hemlock trees, because these are poisonous trees. But not everyone does that. Robert Frost in the poem shows us another side to the crow and the hemlock tree. Let's see how he does that. The poet is standing under a hemlock tree one day. Suddenly a crow scatters some snow on him. Such a simple incident changes the mood of the poet. Before this, the day was filled with regret, but now he feels better. He feels that at least some part of his day is saved. So while most people only see the crow and the hemlock tree as a bad omen, Frost associates them with simple happiness. So it is a beautiful poem that teaches us an important lesson, that we should pay attention to all the simple things that life gives us and learn to appreciate those things around us. While listening to this poem, you can mark the important lines and take the notes as well, students, for the better understanding. So this is the poem which is written by Robert Frost. It is in your First Flight book, page number 14. So the poet has used imaginative power to convey a deep message over here. There are 2 stanzas in this poem. Now let us look at the first stanza. The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. This is the first stanza. So it was a winter's day. The treetops were covered with masses of snowflakes, small particles of snow. The poet was walking under one such snow-covered trees. All of a sudden, a crow comes from nowhere. The crow sits on a poisonous hemlock tree, and a lot of snow particles has already fallen down. So, hemlock tree is a poisonous tree with white flowers and it represents sadness. Crow. The crow also represents evilness or bad woman. So, this crow and the hemlock tree represent sorrow and depression felt by the poet in this materialistic world. So a lot of snow particles has already gathered on the top of the tree. The movement of the crow brings some dust of snow down on the poet. The fine dust particles of snow falls on the poet as he was standing under that hemlock tree. So the dust of snow is a symbol of natural joy and energy. Now look at the literary devices of the first stanza. First, let me tell you about the rhyme scheme. So what is a rhyme scheme? Rhyme scheme is the rhyming pattern at the end of each line of a poem. Now look at the first stanza, crow and snow. Crow and snow, these are rhyming words. So this is AA. Me and tree, these are rhyming words. So that is why BB. So the rhyme scheme of the first stanza is AB, AB. Because crow is rhyming with snow and me is rhyming with tree. Now next comes assonance. What is assonance? Assonance is the repetition of vowel sounds. Look at the second line. Shook down on me. So here, shook down on me, in the second line, the vowel O is repeated. Vowel O is repeated. You can see it that the vowel is repeated. So that is why it is an example of assonance. Okay. So the vowel sound is repeated in the second line. Now let us come to the next stanza. The next 4 lines of the poem. Now let us look at it. Has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. The meaning of rued is already written in your book, means held in regret. So the falling of the dust of snow on the poet gladdens his heart. He was happy. A change comes in his mood. His mood brightens up all of a sudden. The poet realizes the whole day has not gone in waste. At least a part of the day has been saved and redeemed. The act of falling of the fine dust of snow on him has cheered his heart and brightens up his day. He has given up all the hopes previously, but now his days were not good, but now his mood was brightened up, and he felt that the dust of snow has cheered his mood and his heart. Previously, the poet had thought that the particular day would go west. However, the shower of the dust like snow on his shoulder changed his mind. It made him feel that the day had not been a complete waste. At least some part of the day had been pleasant, since it had given him a new experience that he could treasure. So the poet has used the crow and the hemlock tree to represent sorrow and depression that was felt by the poet in this materialistic world. And the dust of snow is a symbol of natural joy and energy. The dust of snow that the crow shakes off a hemlock tree means passing through the sad and depressing moments, the negativity. The poet is entering now into a time full of joy and optimism. Now his feelings are transformed from negative to positive, from depressed to cheerfulness or happiness. Okay, his mood was transformed into. Now let us look at the literary devices of this second stanza. Look at the rhyme scheme. I have already told you what is a rhyme scheme. Rhyme scheme is a rhyming pattern at the end of each line of a poem. So heart and part, these are rhyming words. Similarly, mood and rude are the rhyming words in the second line and in the last line. Okay, mood and rude, these are also rhyming words. So that is why we can say that part is rhyming with part and mood is with rude. Then what is a rhyme scheme? Yes, it is CD CD. It is a rhyme scheme. So the rhyme scheme of the poem is AB AB CD CD. Now look at alliteration. Alliteration is the repetition of consonant sound. Here saved some SS into words. It is repeated. S sound is repeated. So that is why it is an example of alliteration. Now what is the message of the poem? We should remain positive in the tough situation of our life. Depression and hopelessness do come in our way, but we need to remember that every cloud has a silver lining. Means there is hope after every difficult situation of our life. The poet was earlier feeling very sad and very depressed. He had given up all the hopes and thought that his day would be wasted in sadness. He thought that his day would go in waste or sadness. But the falling of dust of snow brings a sudden change in the mood of the poet. The feeling of regret was transformed into cheerfulness. He realizes that all is not lost. Now he is no longer sad or depressed. The simple event has changed his mood. Negative things around us cannot impact us if we remain positive. So we need to stay positive, students. Similarly, the poet was affected by two negative things in his life. There are many negative things in his life, but he took the positivity of the snow and changed his mood from remorsefulness to cheerfulness, from sadness to happy. This is how we need to deal in our lives. This is how we should act in our lives also. I hope that you have understood the poem. Thank you, students.